A mining accident took his sight. His dog became his eyes. Then found what he'd been searching for. They called him Nugget, and he was about to change everything. California, 1881. The gold rush was fading. Most strikes depleted. Most prospectors gone. But some remained. Stubborn, hopeful, desperate. Samuel was one. 42 years old. Prospecting for 12 years. Never struck it rich. Never gave up. He worked a small claim in the Sierra Nevada foothills. Remote, isolated, hard living. His only companion was Nugget, a golden retriever. 4 years old, golden coat, intelligent, loyal eyes, strong working build. Samuel had found Nugget as a puppy, abandoned, half-starved. Saved him, raised him, trained him. The dog became everything. Companion, helper, friend, family. They worked together every day. Samuel dug, panned, searched. Nugget stayed close, carried tools, fetched water, provided company. The claim produced enough, small amounts, enough to survive, to buy supplies, to keep hoping. But not enough to get ahead, not enough to quit, not enough to succeed. Samuel dreamed of the big strike, the life-changing discovery, the fortune that would justify 12 years, 12 hard years. Summer brought extreme heat, over 100 degrees, dangerous for mining. But Samuel couldn't stop, couldn't afford to stop. He was following a vein, small, promising, maybe leading somewhere, maybe not. He dug deeper, into the hillside, creating a small tunnel. Dangerous work, unstable rock, poor ventilation, hot, suffocating. Nugget waited outside, in shade, alert, worried. Dog sensed danger. Nugget sensed it, whined, paced, wanted Samuel to stop, to come out. But Samuel pushed on, just a little further, just a little deeper. Then it happened. A rumble, rock shifting. The tunnel collapsed, partially, not completely, but enough. Samuel was trapped, buried partially, rock dust everywhere, choking, blinding. He couldn't see, couldn't breathe. Panic set in. Nugget, help! Get help! But there was no one. No neighbors, no town nearby. Just wilderness. Just the dog. Nugget heard Samuel's cries, ran to the tunnel, started digging, frantically, paws working, dirt flying. The dog couldn't move large rocks, but could clear smaller debris, create space, allow air. Samuel heard the digging. Good boy, keep going. It took an hour, exhausting work, but Nugget cleared enough. Samuel crawled out, coughing, bleeding, covered in dust, alive. But something was wrong. His vision, blurry, dark, painful. Nugget, I can't see properly. The dog led him to their camp, to water. Samuel washed his eyes, carefully, hoping, praying. But the darkness remained. Rock dust, impact, damage. His eyes were injured, badly. Days passed. The vision didn't return. Samuel realized the truth. He was blind, permanently blind. The reality was devastating. A blind prospector, useless, helpless, unable to work, unable to mine, unable to survive. Samuel sat in his cabin, defeated, broken. "What do I do, Nugget? I can't see, can't work, can't even get to town alone." The nearest town was 15 miles, through rough terrain, impossible for a blind man, alone. But not alone. He had Nugget. The dog sensed Samuel's despair, stayed close, comforting, supporting. Samuel had saved Nugget's life once. Now Nugget would save his. The dog became Samuel's eyes, guiding him around camp, to water, to supplies, learning quickly, understanding instinctively what Samuel needed, where he needed to go. It started simple. Nugget, water. The dog led him to the creek, waited, led him back. Nugget, cabin. Back to shelter, safety. Gradually, Samuel learned to trust, completely. The dog never failed, never misled, never abandoned. Weeks passed. Samuel adapted, learned to function, with Nugget's help. But he couldn't mine, couldn't prospect. His savings were depleting, supplies running low. He needed help, needed to reach town. "Nugget, we have to go to town. 15 miles. Can you lead me?" The journey took all day. Nugget guiding, Samuel following, trusting completely. Hand on Nugget's back, feeling the dog's movements, stopping when Nugget stopped, moving when Nugget moved. They reached town at sunset, exhausted, but successful. The town was shocked. "Samuel, what happened?" "Mining accident, lost my sight, need supplies, need help." The townspeople were sympathetic, gave supplies, some money, charity, but also pity. Samuel hated pity. He wasn't helpless. He was blind, different, but not helpless. The return journey was easier. Nugget knew the way. Samuel trusted more. They reached camp safely. Samuel had to make a decision. Give up? Sell the claim? Move to town? Live on charity? Or adapt? Find a way? Continue? He chose to continue. "Nugget, I can't see, but you can. You'll be my eyes, my partner, really my partner now." Samuel knew the claim, knew every rock, every path, every location, memorized over 12 years. He could navigate. With help, could work differently. He started teaching Nugget new commands, new tasks. Nugget, tool. The dog learned to fetch specific tools, pickaxe, shovel, pan. Nugget, watch. The dog learned to alert to dangers, unstable ground, snakes, obstacles. Samuel learned to pan by touch, by sound, by feel. Gold was heavy, felt different, sounded different. He could identify it without sight. The work was slower, harder, less productive, but possible. Months passed. Samuel and Nugget adapted, developed routines, developed communication. The dog understood, more than commands, understood Samuel's needs, his moods, his struggles. One day, Nugget was acting strange, excited, agitated, barking at something. "What is it, boy? What's wrong?" Nugget grabbed Samuel's hand, gently, pulled, insistent. "You want me to follow?" Samuel let the dog lead, away from camp, into unfamiliar territory. Rough ground, uphill. "Nugget, where are we going?" The dog stopped, barked, scratched at something. Samuel knelt, felt the ground. Rock, different texture. He picked up a piece. Heavy, very heavy. His heart raced. "Nugget, is this?" He couldn't see, couldn't confirm. But the weight, the feel, it could be gold, substantial gold. "Good boy. We need to get this to someone who can see, can confirm." They returned to camp. Samuel secured the rock, carefully. The next day, they went to town. Samuel found the assayer, the man who tested ore. "Can you test this? Tell me what it is." The assayer examined it. His eyes widened. "Samuel, this is gold. High-grade gold. Significant gold. Where did you find this?" Samuel's breath caught. "My claim. My dog found it. Nugget found it." The assayer smiled. "Then your dog just made you rich." Samuel couldn't believe it. After 12 years, after going blind, after nearly giving up, Nugget had found gold. Real gold. The assayer explained, "This is a significant find. If there's a vein, could be worth thousands, tens of thousands." Samuel's mind raced. "Can you help me? I can't see, can't work it alone." "I'll help. We'll form a partnership. I provide equipment, labor, expertise. You provide the claim. We split profits." Samuel agreed, but added one condition. Nugget gets a share, official share. He found it. He's a partner. The assayer laughed, then saw Samuel was serious. "All right, three-way split. You, me, and the dog." They shook hands. The partnership was formed. The assayer brought workers, equipment. They followed Nugget back to where he'd found the rock, started excavating, carefully, professionally. Within a week, they hit the vein, rich, substantial, everything Samuel had dreamed of for 12 years. The mine operated for 6 months, producing consistently, high-grade ore, valuable, profitable. Samuel couldn't work the mine, couldn't see, but he managed, organized, planned, with Nugget's help. The dog was everywhere, inspecting, alerting to problems, guiding Samuel around the operation. Workers loved Nugget, respected him. "That dog's smarter than half the crew. He found the gold, saved Samuel's life. He's a legend." The partnership prospered. Money accumulated. Samuel's share grew, substantial, life-changing. But Samuel didn't change. Stayed at the claim, lived simply, saved carefully. He wrote to his sister, back east. Hadn't seen her in 12 years. "Mary, I struck gold, finally, but I'm blind. Lost my sight in an accident. If not for my dog Nugget, I'd be dead or destitute. He saved me, then made me rich. I'm coming home, if you'll have me." Mary's response came quickly. "Samuel, come home. We've missed you. We'll help. We'll care for you. Bring Nugget. He sounds remarkable." Samuel made arrangements. The mine would continue. Under the assayer's management, Samuel would receive his share regularly. He didn't need to stay, didn't need to work. He'd done enough, earned enough. Time to go home. The town held a celebration before Samuel left. To Samuel, to Nugget, the blind prospector and his seeing-eye dog who found the mother lode. People cheered, celebrated, but also learned about perseverance, about adaptation, about not giving up. When Samuel lost his sight, many assumed he was finished, but he adapted, with Nugget's help, proved that disability wasn't inability, just different ability. The story spread beyond the town, beyond California. Newspapers picked it up. Blind prospector strikes gold. Dog leads him to fortune. Samuel and Nugget traveled east by train. First time for both. The journey took days. Nugget stayed close, guiding Samuel through stations, through crowds, through confusion. People stared. A blind man led by a golden dog. Some pitied. Some admired. Children asked questions. Why is the dog leading him? The man is blind. The dog helps him see. Can all dogs do that? Not all, but some. Special ones, like this one. Samuel heard the conversations, smiled. Nugget is special, very special. He saved my life, changed my life. He's more than a dog. He's a partner, a friend, a miracle. They reached Boston. Mary was waiting. Older now, gray hair, but same kind face. She hugged Samuel, cried, "I'm so glad you're home, so glad you're safe." She knelt, greeted Nugget. "Thank you for bringing him back, for saving him." Samuel settled into Mary's home. Comfortable, safe, different from California. No mining, no isolation, just family. But he was restless. "Mary, I'm blind, but not helpless. I need purpose, need work." "Samuel, you're wealthy. You don't need to work." "I need purpose." He started teaching at a school for the blind, sharing his experience, his adaptation techniques. "I lost my sight, thought my life was over, but I learned, adapted, with help, with determination. You can too." The students listened, inspired. "How did you manage? In the wilderness, alone?" "I wasn't alone. I had Nugget. He became my eyes, my guide, my partner." "Can we have dogs to help us?" Samuel considered. "Good question, important question." "I think you should. I think every blind person should have that option, that help, that partnership." Samuel started researching, talking to people, experts, educators. Can dogs be trained, specifically, to guide blind people? Some said yes, some said no. Dogs are animals, unpredictable, unreliable. But Samuel knew better. Nugget was reliable, completely, consistently, perfectly. "I want to start a program, training dogs for blind people, like Nugget helped me. Other dogs can help others." Mary supported him. "Use your gold money, your fortune, for something meaningful, something lasting." Samuel established a school, the first of its kind, training dogs to guide blind people, to be eyes, to be partners. He used his experience, his knowledge, his partnership with Nugget as the model, as the standard. Nugget became the first official guide dog, the prototype, the proof of concept. The program grew. Slowly, carefully. Samuel was meticulous, selective. Not every dog qualified, not every person suited. But when matches worked, results were transformative. Blind people, previously dependent, limited, helpless, became mobile, independent, empowered, like Samuel. With Nugget, one young woman named Alice received a dog named Belle, golden retriever, like Nugget. Alice had been blind from birth, never seen, never walked alone, never independent. Belle changed that. Within months, Alice was navigating, walking, living. "Mr. Samuel, Belle gave me freedom, independence, life. Thank you." Samuel smiled. "Thank Belle and Nugget. They showed us what's possible." By 1885, the program had trained 20 dogs, placed them with blind individuals. Success rate was remarkable. Lives transformed, independence restored. The program attracted attention, funding, support, experts, educators, medical professionals, all interested, all supportive. By 1887, Samuel's program had national recognition. Requests came from across the country. Can you send a dog? Train a dog? Help us? Samuel expanded carefully, hired trainers, established standards, created curriculum. But Nugget remained the heart, the inspiration, the proof. Now 8 years old, graying slightly, slowing, but still working, still guiding Samuel, still inspiring others. Samuel gave lectures, demonstrations, showing what guide dogs could do, what blind people could achieve. One lecture, in New York, drew hundreds. Ladies and gentlemen, 6 years ago, I lost my sight, mining accident. I thought my life was over, thought I was useless, helpless. But my dog, Nugget, proved me wrong. Nugget sat beside Samuel, calm, dignified, professional. He became my eyes, guided me, saved me, then found gold, made me wealthy. But more importantly, he showed me, showed everyone, that blindness isn't helplessness. It's just different. With the right help, the right partnership, blind people can do anything. The audience applauded, moved, inspired. Questions followed. How do you train guide dogs? Carefully, patiently, starting young. Basic obedience first, then specific guide work, navigation, obstacle avoidance, traffic awareness. It takes months, sometimes years. Can any dog be trained? No. Requires specific temperament, intelligence, calmness, loyalty, focus. Golden retrievers work well, but other breeds too. German shepherds, Labradors. It's about individual dogs, not just breeds. How many people need guide dogs? Samuel paused, considered. Thousands, tens of thousands, maybe more. Every blind person deserves independence, deserves partnership, deserves what Nugget gave me. The audience understood. The need was enormous. The solution was proven, but resources were limited. Samuel needed more support, more funding, more trainers, more dogs. A wealthy businessman approached after. Mr. Samuel, your work is remarkable. I want to help. Financially, substantially. Why? What's your interest? My son, he's blind, born blind. He's 15, dependent, limited, isolated. Your dogs could change his life. Samuel nodded. Bring him. We'll find the right dog. Train them together. Create a partnership. The businessman donated generously, funded expansion, new facility, more trainers, more dogs. His son, named Thomas, received a dog, named Scout, German Shepherd, strong, intelligent, protective. The partnership transformed Thomas from dependent boy to independent young man. Father, Scout gave me freedom, confidence, life. I can go to school, make friends, live. The businessman wept, grateful. Mr. Samuel, you've given my son everything. How do I repay that? Support the program. Help others. Spread the word. Every blind person deserves this. By 1889, the program had trained over 100 dogs, placed them nationwide. Success stories multiplied. Blind individuals, living independently, working, thriving. The program became model. Other organizations started, following Samuel's methods, his standards, his vision. But Samuel's health declined. Years of hard mining, the accident, age, taking a toll. He was 50 now, tired, weak, but satisfied. Nugget was 10, also aging, gray muzzle, stiff joints, slower movements, but still devoted, still guiding Samuel, still inspiring. One evening, Samuel and Nugget sat together. We did it, boy. changed things, helped people. You found gold, but gave something more valuable. You gave hope, gave independence, gave life to me, to hundreds of others. Nugget's tail thumped, understanding. Somehow. Winter 1890. Nugget passed peacefully, in his sleep, beside Samuel. Age and time, inevitable, natural, but devastating. Samuel was lost, empty. He saved me, guided me, inspired me, changed everything. How do I continue without him? Mary comforted. He's not gone. He's in every dog you train, every person you help, every life you change. That's Nugget. That's his legacy. Samuel organized the memorial at the training facility. Hundreds attended, blind individuals with their guide dogs, trainers, supporters, all mourning, all grateful. Samuel spoke, voice breaking. Nugget was my eyes, my guide, my inspiration. He found gold, but gave something infinitely more valuable. He proved blind people could live fully, independently, successfully. Every guide dog working today traces back to him, to his example, to his partnership. He changed my life, then changed thousands more. They buried Nugget at the training facility. Headstone simple. Nugget, 1877-1890. The first guide dog. He found gold. He gave independence. Samuel continued the program. Another 5 years. Training dogs, changing lives, spreading the model. When Samuel passed, 1895, they buried him beside Nugget. Together again. Partners forever. The program thrived, grew, evolved. By 1900, guide dog programs existed nationwide. Hundreds of dogs working, thousands of lives changed. By 1920, programs existed worldwide. Tens of thousands of blind people living independently, working, thriving. All because one golden retriever named Nugget guided a blind prospector, found gold, then proved something more valuable than gold. Proved blind people could be independent, could be empowered, could be equal. Samuel lost his sight, but gained vision. Vision to see what was possible, what was needed, what could change the world. Nugget provided that vision, literally, figuratively, completely. The gold made Samuel wealthy, but Nugget's legacy made him immortal. Every guide dog today, every blind person with independence, every partnership that empowers, traces back to them, to Samuel and Nugget, to a blind prospector and his golden dog, who found gold, then found something better, found a way to change the world, one partnership at a time.